This is no accident. Totally matching. My coffee, my beloved coffee, and my beloved new shirts. Hello. You have officially been warned. You are going to learn so much more than just Instagram story tutorials in this video. Hello, sweet and cozy person, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mia Brox, and on this channel, you're gonna find a bunch of videos that share tips and tricks for how you can start your dream content creator business, specifically as an introvert. But if you're an extrovert, you're also very welcome here. So what do you say when I say Instagram stories? I'm not gonna be doing that. I don't even know what to share. My face is not getting in front of that iPhone camera. Actually, I bet you're not thinking any of these things because you wouldn't have clicked on this video if you weren't curious about Instagram stories and implementing an Instagram story strategy for your business. So my guess is that you are intrigued by Instagram stories. You wanna show up. You want to share your message with the world, but you might be feeling a little bit stuck when it comes to specific ideas of what to actually share on stories and how to do it in a fun, creative, and yes, aesthetic way. So in this video, I'm going to be spilling my heart out and I'm going to be sharing a lot with you. As I said, we're going to be learning a lot more. You're going to be learning a lot more than just tutorials and ideas. We're really going deeper because I like to go deep in my videos. We're going to touch on the why of Instagram stories, the overall energy of Instagram stories versus the feed. And you're going to learn how to get clear on your Instagram story strategy and branding. So this is all the aesthetics. And yes, there's going to be a little bit of strategy here, but it's going to be fun, I promise. It's not complicated. It's not intimidating, overwhelming, none of that. It is fun. Not only that, I will also be sharing with you specific ideas and tutorials for what you can share on your Instagram story to boost both your engagement and views and really connect with your followers, because that's what this is all about. All right, so we have a lot to dive into, so I'm gonna keep this intro as short and sweet as humanly possible, which I think I've managed to do, or not, I don't know. Let's dive in. The energy of Instagram stories. What? The energy of Instagram stories. Feed content is designed to grow your account, to grow your following, and to gain exposure for your business. Think reels, carousels, photos, quotes, that kind of thing. Instagram stories, however, they are not designed to grow your account, but they are equally as important as your feed. Instagram stories are for the people who already follow you. And here's the energy of Instagram stories. It's real, it's quick, it's German, it's extra tough. Fast, it's behind the scenes. It's you. It's very interactive. It's you interacting with your following in a different way that you would on your feed. Your feed is more educational. So with your Instagram stories, you're essentially creating a whole experience for your audience and the people who follow you on Instagram. You're giving them an exclusive backstage pass to your life and your business, which is very exciting for people. And your audience is absolutely going to love being a part of this experience. Kind of like a sitcom or a series that they just can't miss out on, and the episodes, they air every single day. Really, it's like you have your own reality TV show on your stories. Yeah, that's what it is. So Instagram stories, they build connection. They build the know, like, trust factor with your followers. If you're a business and you have a product and you want to sell to people, which I assume that you do, if you have a business, you want to be profitable. If you're going to be profitable, if people are going to want to buy what you have to offer to them, the know, like, trust factor is absolutely key. We can't escape it. We really can't. The people who watch your stories, they need to trust you. And for them to trust you, you need to show up on your stories and connect with them. This is also why selling on your Instagram stories, selling your offers, your services is such an effective way to convert your audience into customers, because the people who are watching your stories, well, they're very interested in what you do already because they have purposely decided to click on your little bubble and watch your stories every day. So the people who are watching your stories are the most engaged and the most likely to buy. People don't buy from people they don't trust. It's as simple as that. When people make the decision of whether or not to follow you on Instagram, they're gonna head to your stories. They're gonna check if you have active stories. If you don't have active stories, they're less likely to follow you. Instagram stories, they really bring your account to life. It says, this account is alive and well. Come follow me and watch my stories and join me and let's have fun and interact. And let's be friends. Like that is the official vibe, not the official, that is the unofficial vibe of Instagram stories. Having active stories, it tells people that your account is worth following. All right, we have come to your Instagram strategy, and you might be thinking, what strategy? Do I need that for Instagram stories? What are you on about? Tell me all the things. I will tell you all the things. All this means is that you have put some thought, some effort into the way that you show up on Instagram stories and what you want the experience of your Instagram stories to be. It doesn't have to be complicated at all. The point of stories is for them to feel fun, easy, simple, and entertaining for the people who follow you. Basically, what I suggest that you do in order to craft your Instagram story strategy is really just to decide on what you want the overall vibe to be. When people follow you and they watch your stories, how do you want them to feel? This is going to go in line with your branding, which we will dive into soon, the more aesthetic side of your Instagram stories. But think about the vibe, your personality. What is the emotion that you want people to feel when they watch your stories? Are you quirky? Are you hilarious? Are you more serious and, digging that beige babe aesthetic? Or maybe you're more of a badass boss babe who digs, harsh blacks and contrasts. Or are you more colorful and a real cutie pootie? Maybe you're a minimalist and you're more soft spoken. Whatever you are, whoever you are, that's your strategy. That is your vibe. It's all about bringing your personality into the mix to create trust, to create connection with your followers, because they need a reason to click on that little bubble and watch your stories. Your vibe is going to be that reason. Aesthetics, branding your Instagram stories. Let's talk about it. I don't know why I have a serious face, because this is actually really fun. When it comes to making your Instagram stories the most aesthetically pleasing in the world, we want to keep it simple. Keep it simple, folks. Don't go overboard on the aesthetics. Just choose your vibe and stick to it. Consistency is everything when it comes to branding. You want people to get it when they watch your stories. Oh, this is a story from Mia. This is a story from this person. They get it. There's a vibe to it. There's personality and there's branding. The visuals. That's what we're talking about here. The visuals of your Instagram stories. So you want your branding to be on point and of course in line with your branding in other places on the internet, so that your stories can really stand out from the other people that your followers follow. So how do you do this? Once you've got your vibe, you need to get clear on the following things, in my very honest opinion. Your colors, the imagery that you use, the filters that you're going to use on your Instagram stories, or if you're going to use filters at all. In my opinion, filters are kind of out. But if you have an off day, I have off days and I use filters sometimes, then filters are totally cool. And especially if it's part of your overall visual branding. Your go-to fonts for your Instagram story. Are you gonna be this kind of gal or this kind of gal? Choose your fonts and try to stick to them. Don't go for the Comic Sans one day and then the typewriter another day. I mean, you can, but we want to stay as consistent as humanly possible when it comes to your branding so people get it. They know it's you. And you don't have a lot of fonts to choose from. I recommend that you stick to a couple. And then your go-to GIFs and elements on Instagram. What I mean by this is you hit that little sticker button, you click on GIF, and you have a couple of GIFs that you tend to use over and over again. Here are a couple of codes that you can search for to find really good GIFs and aesthetically pleasing GIFs on Instagram. Here's one, there's one, and here's one. You're welcome. I tend to use Canva to create most of my Instagram story graphics, especially the ones that promote new content, new programs, if I'm launching something, or when I want to share testimonials. I'm giving you a little sneak peek here, but let me know if you want a full tutorial of how I use Canva to create my Instagram story graphics, because I think that could be an entire video in and of itself. Alrighty, specific Instagram story ideas. I know you've been waiting for this part of the video, so let's dive in. Once you've got your vibe, your branding is clear, you got your strategy, now what? What do you share? What in the world do you share? This is something that I dive deep into in my Instagram story program because yes, I am that obsessed with Instagram stories. I've created an entire program all about it. Instagram story, introvert style. So if you're feeling like I want more ideas after this video, then click on the link in my description and you can check it out. Let's dive into some ideas. The Netflix series. This is where you really bring your followers on a journey with you. You kind of keep them on the edge. You tease that something is coming and then you wait. You want them to actually be sitting there refreshing your stories to see if you have uploaded a new one. This could be as simple as something amazing is coming tomorrow, doing a little countdown, or bringing them along in a day of your life where you have something exciting going on. It doesn't have to be like mind-blowingly exciting. It could be you going to the hairdresser. This is where you create a storyline and you bring your audience with you in that story and you share teaser clips throughout the day. The Netflix kind of content, the binge-worthy kind of content. Another idea is that you can share your story, introduce yourself, reintroduce yourself to your audience and your followers, and then make sure that you save this as a highlight reel on your Instagram so that people, once they land on your account and they don't know who you are, but they really want to know who you are, they can click on that highlight and watch your stories again. Head to my Instagram to see how I've done this. I shared my whole entire story and I saved it as a highlight reel. The next idea that I have for you is the ritual. As humans, we are psychologically programmed to love a ritual. We love habits, we dig them. And so this type of content tends to be really, really popular. So this is you sharing something that you do on a regular basis. It could be you sharing a routine, a morning routine, a get ready with me, a work with me Wednesdays where you bring your audience along. Maybe you have a little dance party ritual every Friday on your stories. It could be a tip of the week, a plan with me story, really anything goes, but something that you do on a consistent basis that you think your audience would be into. And if they're following you, they're gonna be into it because people are very nosy. Share your opinion, face the camera or text base, and start a conversation with your audience. Utilize the stickers so that it's easy for them to share their opinion on what you just talked about. The heart-to-heart text stories. Use your branding colors and fonts and share something that's been on your mind. Download Giphy, the app Giphy, to your iPhone. Make it available as a keyboard in your settings. This is a way for you to add GIFs, multiple GIFs to the same stories without having it showing up 3 in a row. I love GIFs. I'm all about GIFs, especially friends GIFs. You can even share, a daily GIF to set the tone for each day of the week. That's kind of fun. And that's, again, a ritual that you can implement into your Instagram strategy. The daily to-do list, your agenda for the day. Again, people are nosy. They're curious. They want to know what you've got going on for the day. If they're following you for a reason. If you don't know what to share one day on Instagram stories, simply share what you've got going on for the day. Yes, even if you're just gonna walk your dog and head to the library. You might think that's a snooze fest, but your audience, they're gonna think it's a real fest. Oh. This is an important one. Post about your offers. You are a business. You have an offer, you have a course, you have a service that you sell. Share it on Instagram stories. Remember, the people who watch your stories are more likely to buy than the people who don't watch your stories. Instagram stories is also a great place to share testimonials and previous conversations or DMs that you have gotten from your audience. So you can create a cute graphic using your brand colors and your fonts in Canva, add a video testimonial or a DM that you've received and upload it to your Instagram story. Then you must remember to add it to your highlights. Have a highlight reel called client love or testimonials or student wins, something like that. And if you're sharing a DM that you've received, something that you've replied to, repost it because this tells your audience that, me as a person who actually replies to her DMs. And then it's easier for people to approach you. Even if you have a small audience, do this. This is yet another important one. If you're like, what the heck do I post today? Post your freebies, your free masterclasses, your free downloads, whatever you have to offer to your audience for free that gets them on your email list, share it on your Instagram stories. Create cute graphics in Canva or simply have your brand color and then a link to your freebie. I suggest sharing your freebie every single week because there's going to be new people following you. People are busy. Maybe they didn't have the chance to click through to your freebie the day that you shared it. You're promoting something that's free anyways, so I wouldn't worry about bombarding your audience with freebies. Record a time lapse of you working. Add a tip or add your to-do list for the day. Design your own quotes and share it to your Instagram stories. Use your brand colors and your brand fonts and cute elements. And I just want to say here, now that we've run through a lot of ideas, you are completely and 100% allowed allowed to pre-record your stories ahead of time and then just upload them later. No one says that you have to record your stories in real time, especially the face-to-camera ones. Save yourself the time, the energy, and pre-record, especially if you're going into a launch. Something that I like to do sometimes in my stories is to add music to up the mood and help convey whatever emotion that I want my followers to have. This could be me welcoming a new student into one of my courses or onboarding a new client. Cool in the Gang is a frequent one. Celebration.
It's celebration by Cool in the Gang.
Alrighty, I know we're going through a lot in this video, but real quick, I just want to share a few tips and tricks when it comes to how to increase viewership and engagement of your Instagram stories. To increase views, what you can do if you're going into a launch or if you're wanting to promote a piece of content that you want a lot of people to see, go off grid for 48 hours and then come back on stories. When you do this, your bubble is going to be put to the top of the list. It's going to be first in line for most of your followers. I've done this tons of times when I go into launches. It just skyrockets the amount of views that I get on my stories. So that's a little tip. Again, have fun with the stickers. Poll your audience, quiz them, host weekly Q&As. That's also a ritual that you could be doing. Do a little this or that or get to know me quiz. And another tip that I have to increase engagement and views is to spread your stories out. Don't go bananas and add them all at once. Spread them out throughout the day. That way you're gonna see that your viewership is going to increase. Honestly, I feel like I could go on and on and on. I love Instagram stories. That's why I created an entire program. So if you want to learn more about Instagram stories, head to the description and check out my program, Instagram Story Introvert Style. But I have some last thoughts that I wanna leave you with. Would you watch your own stories? Are you entertained by your own stories? If not, if that thought makes you cringe or not willing to watch your own stories, you really need to do something about that. Your stories, they need to be as entertaining for you as your audience. Because if you're not into your own stories, if you're not willing to watch them back, think about that for a second. There's no shame in digging your own stories. I've watched my own stories back and I've laughed. And I've been, that's a cute graphic. You did good, Mia. You should be doing that too with your own stories. Would you engage or just continue the tapping party and move on to the next bubble? Something to think about. That's what I want to leave you with. Thank you so much for watching this all the way to the end. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any more questions about Instagram stories or really anything. I'm here for you. And if you want to learn more about content creation as an introvert, I do have a free masterclass called Shine. I'll leave a link to that as well in my description. And that's it for today. I'll see you next week. Toodles and cozy vibes. Peace out.